ว่าสตรีมใน YouTube กูก็จะแบบมาสมัครเหมือนกันแต่มันให้กูก่อนไงกูก็เลยไม่ได้สตรีมใน YouTube ยื่นเรื่องปุ๊บมันก็ให้มาเลย2 วันมันก็ให้มากูเริ่มสตรีมในวันเสาร์
2อยากรู้ว่าบิตเรท12,000มันชัดปะแต่รูปดีเลย์เยอะจังวะ
ไม่รู้ตั้งได้มึงใช้โปรแกรมในสตรีมอ่ะ
Raining again? Oh, this isn't good. If the rain washes away the traces, it's gonna set us back a long way.
YouTube เหมือนจะเปิดเพลงไม่ได้ด้วยปะเปิดเพลงลิขสิทธิ์ไม่ได้ด้วย TikTok มันเปิดเพลงลิขสิทธิ์ได้ YouTube ไม่แน่ใจเหมือนกันนะไหน TikTok อ่ะถ้ามันมีเลือดประสาทก็รอติ๊กคือ8 บวกได้เดดบายได้แต่ไอ้นั่นน่ะไม่ได้คิวลิงคอไม่ได้ส่วนใหญ่ถ้าเกมออนไลน์ก็เล่นได้หมด ามว่าอะไรอะอ๋อไม่สิเอ้ยอ๋อไอ้เฮียมึงต้องไปจำจากไอ้เฮียนั้นมาดิไอ้เฮียช่างตีเหล็กอะตอบไปเถอะตอบไปเถอะยังไงก็ถูกยังไงก็ถ้าผิดก็เดี๋ยวไว้มันก็เดี๋ยวมันก็รีมาให้ใหม่แต่ละรอบไม่เหมือนกันอะมันต้องไปจำจากไอ้ตีเหล็กแต่ตอบไปแล้วมันได้หมดอะเดี๋ยวมันก็ผ่าน สงสัยต้องปรับบิตเรทลงมาปะบิตเรทมาช่วยอะไรกูไม่รู้เลยอะให้เขาตั้งให้อย่างเดียวกี่โมงแล้ววะเพลงกูหรือเพลงมึงวะเออกูเนี่ยเปิดมาแล้วเพื่อนเจอกัน
it easy. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
It's called being a freelancer. Most folks just don't get it.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and
ซื้อได้ไหม
knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
นี่หาคันหน้าไม่ใช่เลย
It's called being a freelancer. Most folks just don't get
รอ
it.
รีสอร์ท
ไลฟ์สตรีมวิดลีเจน5 Pro EP 1 นะครับตั้งลงคอมเข้ามานะครับภาพเสียงสมมุติว่าเราเอาเข้ามาเสร็จเรียบร้อยแล้วนะครับเรามาที่ Setting ครับตรงนี้ Setting มุมขวานะครับกด Setting นะครับปุ๊บแล้วมาที่ Output Output โหมดตอนนี้ Sample เนี่ย Output โหมดตรงนี้นะครับตอนแรกมันเป็น Simple นะครับผมเปลี่ยนเป็น Advanced นะครับแล้วก็แถบ Streaming นะครับ Encoder เนี่ย X264 นะครับผมเปลี่ยนเป็นใช้การ์ดจอช่วย Encode นะครับก็คือ NVIDIA NVENC H.264 ปุ๊บBitrate นะครับ
I got a new letter from
Bitrate
an
เราจะตั้งเป็น
informant.
CBR นะครับ
Looks like
ก็
the
คือล็อกไว้เลย
situation has changed
Bitrate
again.
เนี่ยตอนแรกเดิมๆเนี่ยมันจะตั้งให้ที่ 2,500 นะครับแต่ว่าเราใส่ Bitrate เท่าไหร่ดีมาเปิดดูหน้าโคมครับ
It's called
นี่คือข้อมูลของทาง Facebook นะครับ Bitrate ที่เขาแนะนำเนี่ยถ้าเกิดว่าไลฟ์ไปที่ Facebook นะถ้าความเร็ว 1080p 60 เฟรม per sec เยอะสุดเลยชัดที่สุดลื่นที่สุดนะครับก็คือ 4,500 ถึง 9,000 kbps นะครับคุณใส่ต่ำสุด 4,500 ก็ใช้ได้นะครับ 6,500 ก็ได้ 9,000 ก็ได้นะครับดังนั้นตรงนี้ผมใส่กลางเป็น 6,500 ไปก่อนละกันนะ Keyframe Interval นะครับใส่เป็น 2 นะครับแค่นั้นเลยจบกด Apply นี่คือค่าสตรีมที่เราใช้นะครับแค่นี้นี่คือค่าที่ไลฟ์ออกไปนะครับเราใช้แค่นี้เราจะตั้งเป็น 4,500 ก็ได้นะตรงนี้หรือ 9,000 ก็ได้นะครับอยู่ที่อินเทอร์เน็ตส่วนบันทึกลงเครื่องนะครับปึ๊บ
Good roll.
เราคลิกไปที่
All
Recording
right,
นะครับ
maybe I'll take
ตอ
one
นแรก
more
มันเป็น
day off
MKV อยู่นะครับเราเปลี่ยน
and
เป็น
knock out the
MP4
rest
ครับ
of the work
ปึ๊บ
once I'm feeling up to it.
แล้ว encoder นะครับเราจะ use stream encoder เหมือนกันก็ได้นะครับส่วน encoder นะครับตอนนี้มันเป็น use stream encoder อยู่เราคลิกครับเราเปลี่ยนเป็นการ์ดจอนะครับเหมือนกันใช้อันเดียวกันก็ได้นะครับ rescale output อย่าไปติ๊กนะครับตรงนี้อย่าไปติ๊กห้ามติ๊กออกครับติ๊กออกไม่ต้องไปยุ่งกับมันนะครับแล้วเลื่อนลงมาข้างล่างครับตอนนี้ bitrate นะครับเราก็ตั้งไว้นะครับจากเดิมที่มันให้มา 2,500 เนี้ยบันทึกลงเครื่องเราไม่ได้ใช้อินเทอร์เน็ตนะครับเราสามารถตั้งไว้ที่ 10,000 ก็ได้หรือ 15,000 ก็ได้นะครับหรือ 25,000 ก็ได้แต่ยิ่งตั้งเยอะไฟล์ก็ยิ่งใหญ่นะครับผมแนะนำนะครับเอา 10,000 ถึง 15,000 ก็พอนะครับเบสิกเซฟประหยัดพื้นที่ 10,000 ก็
I
ชัด
got a
แล้ว
new
นะครับ
letter from an informant.
คีย์เฟรมตั้งเอาไว้เป็น
Looks like the
2แค่นี้
situation
กด
has changed
Apply ครับ
again.
ปุ๊บนี่คือการตั้งค่า Output ออกไปนะครับทีนี้เรามาดูที่แถบวิดีโอครับแถบวิดีโอนะครับสิ่งที่เราจะต้องเช็คนะครับมันจะมี2บรรทัดนะครับบรรทัดบนคือ Base Canvas Resolution เราตั้งเป็น 1080p นะครับคือ 1920 คูณ 1080 Output Scale ต้องตั้งให้เหมือนกันนะครับเราตั้งต่างกันแบบนี้ไม่ได้2บรรทัดนี้ต้องเหมือนกัน 1920 x 1080 นะครับตั้งให้มันเหมือนกันเฟรมเรทนะครับผมตั้งไว้ที่60เฟรมแล้วกด Apply หน้านี้คือจบนะครับ2อันนี้เหมือนกันมาเช็คด้วยนะสุดท้ายนะไปที่สตรีมปุ๊บเซอร์วิสตอนแรกเนี่ยถ้าเกิดว่าใครอยู่ที่ทวิตหรือว่าไปอยู่ที่ Facebook Live ที่มันจะมีหน้าตาแบบนี้นะครับผมแนะนำให้ลองเปลี่ยนเป็นคัสตอมดูนะครับผมใช้คัสตอมแล้วใส่เซิร์ฟเวอร์ URL กับ Stream Key เข้าไป2บรรทัดเลยนะครับทั้ง Facebook ทั้ง YouTube นะครับมันจะมีให้ใส่เราก็ไปเอามาข้อมูลตรงนี้นะครับเป็นข้อมูลจากทาง Facebook เวลาเราใส่ Bitrate นะครับถ้าเป็น YouTube นะครับมันก็จะมีข้อมูลให้เราดูอยู่ตรงนี้นะครับไอเนี้ยเราไปเสิร์ชหาได้นะเสิร์ชว่า YouTube Bitrate หรือว่า Facebook Bitrate ก็ได้ถ้าเราจะไล่ออกไปทาง YouTube นะครับ 1080p 60นี่ส่วนใหญ่เราใช้อันนี้กันไม่ต้องไปถึง 4K เราดูที่ 1080p 60นะครับ บิตเรทก็พอๆกันนะครับ 4,500 ถึง 9,000 kbps เห็นไหมดังนั้นเรื่องอินเทอร์เน็ตสำคัญนะครับบิตเรทเราตั้งเนี่ยยังไงก็ไม่เกินเน็ตบ้านที่เราใช้อยู่แล้วแนะนำว่าตอนใช้เนี่ยต่อสายแลนและให้คนแชร์น้อยๆไม่มีคนแชร์เลยยิ่งดีถ้ามีคนแชร์คนดูหนังคนโหลดนู่นโหลดนี่ไปในระหว่างที่เราไลฟ์มันอาจจะกระตุกได้ส่วนอินเทอร์เน็ตที่แนะนำนะครับเน็ตบ้านถ้าเกรดต่ำสุดค่าอัพโหลดเนี่ยเหลือเฟือทั้งหมดนะครับส่วนใหญ่มันจะไปช้าไปกระตุกเพราะมีคนแชร์คนใช้แล้วก็สัญญาณไปไม่ถึงนะครับ
It's called being a freelancer.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here? Did something happen?
The missing person from your commission.
Oh, young guy? Early 20s?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly... And I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then!
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memory.
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way. Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the Eye, I would see an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the Eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
Of course.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hey, wait up!
Gather! Solidify!
Busted. Things are about to get dicey. No, my sword! Rain cutter!
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there. Stabilize! This is order.
Here comes the catch. Witness the power of Gubal.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism. The door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the Abyss.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
I will have order.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Rain cutter.
Solidify. This is order.
Things are about to get dicey. No, my sword. Yes.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley line.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might just think of it as a way to divide and conquer. I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say. But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on. Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? What are these?
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now? It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trolls in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else. Looks like the same thing is happening over here, too.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep when you awake, that which differentiates us."
It almost sounds like a poem or... Well, now that the hilly trolls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara...
Take it easy.
Human physiology is
Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be...
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Someone's gone missing?
Huh? been looking for all this time? You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually.
I do apologize, you two. I hope, at least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to.
But how is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadia. Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadia about the missing villager. There's no way. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first.
Someone's gone missing.
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always use. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just... Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time...
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's, just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all. Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we... Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time and we don't even know whose memory this is. Good idea. That'll help us narrow things. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
Dainslev had memories implanted into his mind. No. The color of the sky.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory. Yeah, that's where they'll be...
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children off. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't. You could also
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and you'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right! This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet!
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Dane's brother. One of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one... no. That does... Dane's brother. One of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the... Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate. The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the... You're... Caribert Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk. I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well... it's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and... Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the... But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction, in truth. I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate. As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines. In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my... Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life. I know what you must be thinking, why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Amadea, Baram, Granny Jahiat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version. I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Think exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean the loom of fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan. That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already. Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the... promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you. But I truly have no idea what the prince is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist in the face of everything they could be planning. I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal... You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory, after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form. I suffered from an indescribable level. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated, but now, the bedtime story?
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time, before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne, yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it. You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peace, even as a hilly churl. Seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was, of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Lumine?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Still so sleepy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya. Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened. Wait, really? What is... Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. It looked like, and after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now. Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the